Hello everyone and welcome to episode 19 of Mad Max. We'll be jumping right in. I don't actually remember exactly where we left off. I do remember that I was pursuing... I know that we've been sort of focusing more in on missions and covering the side objectives on our path from point A to point B, and that we recently finished up a couple big projects here. Yeah, we don't have the oil well, so I am low on... Not low, but I'm halfway down on water. But the good news is we have finished the armory project, so I have gotten full ammo. So, well, where's our next mission? And if I don't have one set, then we'll go in and check. Let's, let's check to see the... Am I misremembering the fact that there's a log that tells you what your missions are? BIOS, Max, Garage. Let me get this out of here, because Yeah, I mean, like, I like having the different hood ornaments for the... Oh, and hello to both Mia and Caroluna. I like having the hood ornaments for the stat boosts that they give you, but I could not really care very much about how they look. Am I making this up? Isn't there, like, a log where you can check what your current mission is? Boy, where have I been? Maybe not. Alright, well, let's head out. Oh, do we want to before we go, do I want to make any changes to Speed Demon here? So we'll go to Archangels. Can I build anything new? I mean, probably not, but let's look. No. Okay, so I'm missing one part for this, and I really want to tool around in that bright pink van, car, sedan someday. So, what do I need? Complete extra requirement to well, yeah, extra requirement. Big Chief V8. Okay, how do I get that? Let's go to engine. Story mission, the Big Chief. Oh, wow. So, where do we go to get this? I want to get this so that I can upgrade it. Hello to Caroluna. Sorry, I already said hello to Carolina. It was Patikin. Hello to Patikin as well. And Mia's saying that she hasn't been the first to say hello in months. I haven't been tracking. I'm gonna pretend that it hasn't been weighing very, very heavily on me. So I don't want to fast travel. There we go. Big Chief. Like, you think that would be a story mission of some kind? I really want to hit the road. I really want to get out here and do something. Okay, so... Go up to Gastown, Goes to the Past, Dance with Death, Legend Encounter. Well, okay. Maybe we'll do one of these. So, what's close? I'll tell you that. Let's, head in here. We've got lots of stuff over here that I haven't done yet. Lots of scrap and insignia, history relic. Alright, well, if we're gonna go up here... Okay, let's go hit the ramp. As I'm driving a faster vehicle. Being first is not that special, no one to chat to yet, and the rest always comes in later. Yeah, but then, as everybody else comes in, you get to be like, you get to be the one that welcomes them.
Favor of the gods, you can always do a death run. The Crow-Dazzle's not far.
Like, you know, when you're the first person in chat, it's like, it's cool as other people come in, but they're always, it always has the feelings like they're riding your coattails, doesn't it? Patikin, I hope that you're doing well. Also, on our road here, let me maybe stop these guys from being miserable to me. Caroluna has been playing a ton of Terratech. This is sort of following on the heels of a lot of fun that he was having with Space Engineers. And, oh, did I get a free fuel? Yes, yeah, I'm full on fuel. I'm good. The point that I was saying about Terratech is, so like, I don't know, a week ago or so, I did just sort of a brief little, like, audition stream of Terratech, and Caroluna even said during the time that he was, like he thought it looked pretty cool. I think that Caroluna may have put a solid 30 hours into Terratech since then. He's really enjoying it. And you guys, this is from the bottom of my heart. I cannot tell you how happy it makes me to have had even a small hand in introducing somebody to something that they enjoy that much. Like, rest assured, all the fun that Cara Luna is having in Terratech is the fun that he's bringing to it. It's a very good game, but like, you know, this is something that he is... It's a game that allows him to exercise his creativity. Like, I don't want to take anything away from what Cara Luna is bringing to the equation, but it's so much fun to see him interact with this game. And if I had like 5% responsibility for having him try it, this would feel so awesome. So I just wanted to like take a moment to recognize that, because I'm so happy that he's enjoying it as much as he is.
Fire that is holy! Hurrah!
Okay, epic jump. Check plus. 53 hours, says Cara Luna. -1 overnight that didn't shut off properly. And then Patikin saying... Oh, more than a Mia, I'll probably play that fish game. Oh, is that I Am Fish? Is that the name one? After I'm done with Kenna. So, Patikin, I have been at work. Like, I'll tell you maybe in a bit about my day at work. But once I do, you will understand that I have not had a chance to check in on Twitch in the way that I would normally want. So I take it that you've started playing Kenna Rise of Souls or whatever it's called. I hope that you are enjoying that. That game is notable to me that it has so much anticipation, and I don't feel like it's just like, oh, you know, we don't have a lot to play right now. It feels like there's a lot of genuine anticipation for that game. Bridge of Spirits. Plan on playing it after vacation also. Yeah, oh, so Patikin, let's share now, just in case people, are looking for it, because I want to make sure that I have it. What dates are you on vacation? When will you be back? No, that's not a good screenshot. All right. I thought it might be fun to get him. Oh, hold on. Nope. If I could, let's back up here. Nope, that's not firing a harpoon. Okay. I wanted to get the harpoon in flight, and I did it a little bit too early. Maybe we'll try to get that screenshot as we go. All right, let me release the balloon tether. And we'll probably pull down this one here. Hold on, maybe I can get one of these guys? No, I don't want to be... I am failing my vehicle driving check here. Oh, there we go. Wait, it's still moving. No, okay. Oh, sorry. I thought it was still moving in like super slow motion. Yeah, look at this. Wait, I want the best possible. Look at the barbs on this thing. Oh, this poor guy. And he knows exactly what's coming into him too. I want the perfect aim on this. I want to make it clear what it is, where it's coming from. Oh, see, the second guy is kind of ruining this. Also, it does look like it's going to miss both of them, doesn't it? Oh, look at this. But look at his face. Yeah, he saw it just went by. All right, let me see if we can get in here. Okay, that's not going to mean anything in a screenshot context. I'm going to go with this right here. Okay, capture image, A, and... Nope, that's the wrong button. Okay. I don't want to maybe make a nice header image, I'd say. And on with the show. Oh, and D. Porticus is here. D. Porticus just hit lurk. On your way to Lurkville, A, thank you very much for the lurk, but B, thank you even more for the follow earlier. Deporticus followed off stream. Very, very, very much appreciated. I like to greet new followers, so thank you. Okay, then I'll turn around and do it this way. All right, let's head inside and get ballooning. Caroluna just redesigned his car again, testing it now as we speak. Yeah, Caroluna is way deep into that game, and I have been enjoying watching him refine the design on his... they're called techs in the game. For anybody that isn't aware of what we're talking about with TerraTech, it is a... imagine sort of a Lego Rovers game, like... imagine if you had a game where you could build your own Lego truck or car or portable base or like mining rig, like mobile mining rig or whatever you needed it to be, and then went on a series of missions in this, what appears to be a largely procedurally generated landscape with different enemies and different like resources to harvest, and you were doing missions in exchange for currency that then you could use to buy more parts and further upgrade your gear and working up your reputation with different sort of in-universe factions. It's not an RPG. Hold on. Fuck, man. I don't even know how to start. What's happening? Everyone's gone nuts. Chaos. No rules, no nothing. My boys, they all lost it. Known these dogs since fucking kindergarten, man. The MP are swarming in, busting skulls. Fuck me, I can't do nothing. I can't riot. I just hate this fucking chaos. Fucking bottom of the sea stinks like a motherfucker. Well, stinks like an MF. Everybody got some fever or other. Holy fuck, Linda's gone. Never thought I'd care about her. She's dead, man. Dead. I want to see... Yeah. What's happening? Right there, second line. Well, good on the people who did the captions. Unless, of course, what's happening is a... Like, is that an Aussieism? It's an Aussism? Do I need to snap this cable? Oh, yeah, I do. Can I just smash it with my thing? Yeah. All right. I may have to fuel it. I did see the little generator was pretty well hidden away, but let's see what we can do. Okay, hold on. I bet this is going to come into play. Usually does. No? All right. I'm going to go on record right now. I don't think the balloon is going to fly. I think I probably have to refuel it. But rather than spend a lot of time... Yep, out of fuel. Okay. So now the question is, as always, do I fuel it down there, which you would think that... I would always think that I would. Or do you fuel it up at the balloon, which is frequently an equally valid option? Killing opened 2 more factions officially now, not just picking up random pieces from stuff I loot. And Patikin says, by the way, Angel, check my message earlier since you asked when I'm away. Oh, yeah, sorry, I did miss that. Let me just scroll back. I think that it's important to know. Patikin. Oh, and hello to Mothoth. Jeez, Mothoth, I'm so sorry I didn't see that you were in here. Know what you mean about introing people to things they end up enjoying. It's a great feeling. And then Mothoth was also saying, hi to more than Amiya. And yeah, hello to Mothoth. God, I hope I didn't miss him. I'd feel really bad if he didn't get a hello. And moving on, Patikin says, because he knows himself, he'll take his time to finish games, so he delayed Kina, he delayed that playthrough. He's leaving this Saturday and coming back on the 1st of October. So it's not like a month-long vacation. So it's really just a week. And I'm mostly just registering that as relief because I'm looking forward to your return. So sadly, no birthday stream on my birthday because that is on Saturday. So Patikin, I am concerned that if we don't share it now, that I'll forget on the day. there's nothing quite like wanting to wait until the day to say happy birthday, but then you forget then too. So then what you would have said winds up being late and feeling incomplete. Happy birthday. Like, for real, you're a very, very valued member of the community. I love watching your streams. You have been very inspirational in terms of, like, continue to stream, and I really enjoy spending time watching you, and especially I'm looking forward also to Tashir's return, to seeing you back on Division Force with everybody. It's been a great year, so thank you very much. And I am looking for fuel. I do have some in the back of the car. I try not to spend my car fuel if I don't have to, but I don't see any other sources, so we will take fuel can. As far as I know, this one is full. Okay, so Patin is saying that he's going to do a birthday stream. Wait, did I miss it? I thought the earlier message was there will be no birthday stream, but one way or the other, I just wanted to make sure that I said it and said it ahead of time, because I know me that if I wait, like, that'll be the day that I'm not on the internet at all. I totally went the wrong way. Now I know that we can climb a ladder with this paint can or a fuel can. Yes, we can. I always forget. Fuel? Refuel. Alright, that's all the fuel I have in the world. That better be enough. Go Hybrid says, I don't have any fuel, but if I had some Chipotle for dinner, I could have some fuel in about an hour. Ooh. Here's a fun fact. Huge fan of Taco Bell, and Mouthoff is still here. I'm very glad. I'm a big fan of Taco Bell. I have never had Chipotle. And there's Chipotles in the area. The big problem for me is that the Chipotle is always, like, right next to, like within throwing distance of a Taco Bell. So I am the sort of person who's like, well, yeah, I could try something new, or I could have the thing that I know for a fact that I really like. For example, Taco Bell has introduced these spicy potato soft tacos, where instead of meat or beans, it's just like these like potato pieces, and you wouldn't think that that is good. It's extremely good. It's good and very filling, and at least according to their... Did I already go around in a circle? Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I very much doubt that there's nothing out here at all, but we will figure that out as we go. All right, so I would like a history relic and the water that's there, and probably the fuel that's there as well. So, Go Hybrid, let me ask you a question. I like, at Taco Bell, I like, I used to like the bean burritos, but sometimes, like when a bean burrito is good, it's pretty good. When a bean burrito from Taco Bell is bad, it's rancid. And that kind of got me out of it. However, the black bean Crunchwrap Supremes, those are really good. The soft taco, the potato soft taco that I just mentioned is really surprisingly good. And then okay. Sorry, that's not what I meant. Let me pop back out. I was hoping to pick this up, but my ammo belt is full. All right. The beef quesarito is like dangerously good. Like I actually don't have the beef quesarito more than like once a month because it is too good. Like it's dangerously good. So, and I think it's probably like it's very, very unhealthy. So, based on those preferences, what do you think would be good at a Chipotle? Because I know that they also serve sort of like Mexican style food, and I'm just curious what would be Oh, I did not get the best of that. Hey, while I'm just sort of perched here, could you maybe put that fire out for me? Hybrid says, I do that all the time, but what if I don't like it as a real threat to my daily rhythm? Boy, they're not prepared for my defensive posture here. Okay, kind of deserve both of those. Okay, could I get not in front of them for just like a second? Also, although that fuel canister on his back looks very exposed, I guess it's not. Okay. I am not... I doubt this is of news to anyone watching, but I am definitely not getting the best of this. Okay. I've had enough. It's two. I really wanted to maybe like pull these guys apart with my harpoon, but yeah, if I gotta blow them up, happy to do that as well. Oh, and hello to Blobbity Blah, who says, good evening, wonderful people. Well, good evening to you as well, Blobbity Blah. Now, I don't want to ask about it too often, but I do hope that Papalotko is doing well. I know that it's an odd association to make, but we are not yet into October, much less at Halloween. However, as the weather cools off, I again think of some of those awesome holiday streams that Papalotko did in previous years, where it'd be like Christmas or New Year's, and she'd go on and like do an art stream, and like she said like this awesome music and this very like relaxed vibe as she worked on this like art project that was conceived entirely internally. I really hope she's doing well. I would love to see some more streams from her. Hopefully at some point, later in the year. I know she's been very busy, but hopefully doing well. Okay, I am not in the rhythm of this yet. Really? I didn't get a... that's right, I didn't get the Shiv Punisher off. Go Hybrid is trying to wrap mind around whether quesarito is really the halfway point between quesadilla and burrito, and what that even looks like. It is indeed. Yes, to describe what a quesarito is, what they do is they begin preparing quesadillas, and then after the cheese is all melty on the inside of the tortilla, then they... Or tortilla, that's not quite the right word. The, oh, I'm failing at my, words. Whatever the outside of a quesadilla is, you know that material? I'm the worst at describing food. They are making the quesadillas, but then before it's sort of set, they open it back up, and then they make the burrito inside of that. So, this animal is not dead. He's posing with the animal. It appears to be a petting zoo. I like that a lot more than holding up the dead, this doesn't quite look like a deer, but I don't know what it is. It's just biblical. In the future, man will lay down with the animals, and all will be peace, all will be joy. Oh, really, Max? No pithy statements about that? So yeah, a quesarito is a burrito made inside of a quesadilla, and it is extremely good. Like, it's a little bit like Homer Simpson's patented moon waffles, in that it kind of sounds like it should kill you by eating it, and I think it might. So that's why, again, I try to avoid having it very often. Well, I avoid having it very often. What am I missing here? Oh no, I got everything. Okay, well, I'm glad I looked. Go Hybrid, while I walk into the corner, Go Hybrid is saying... Let's get back into the car. I'm not sure if I can answer the question. Well, because the only thing I liked at Taco Bell were those cinnamon twist fries. But I'll say this, from what little I know, Taco Bell is just basic, simple ingredients. Beef, cheese, beans, lettuce, etc. Everything you can put on Chipotle, I think, is a little more flavorful, a little more nuanced. It's all made to order. I start with the burrito with chicken or steak, black beans, lettuce, cheese, corn, salsa, fajita, veggies. Fajita, is that the word that I'm thinking of? No. And sour cream. And Carol Luna says that he is worse at describing food. Yeah, if you have not had a quesarito from Taco Bell and have not recently been diagnosed as in being in danger of having a coronary, it is worth the experience at least once. Because it's very, very good. However, if you haven't had one and enjoy your current relationship with the temptation towards death, then maybe don't have one, and then you'll never have to feel worried about it. Okay, I don't know why this camp started at like 7/8 alertness. Come on. At what point, like, am I misremembering, or was there a point in this game where I was capable of driving 30 meters without just very clumsily rolling over things? I think my driving skills have actively degraded.
We've come through!
Go Hybrid is saying also, if you're an extra meat kind of person, say you don't want extra meat until they've put down the first scoop, that way they've already tipped their hand as to what a normal scoop is, and then they can't play games with your second scoop. Interesting. Like, Go Hybrid is life-hacking Chipotle. Patikin says, so they announced actors for a new Super Mario movie. Chris Pratt is Mario?
Yes,
so here's the trouble. I don't want to be like Debbie Downer on this, but the trouble with making a movie about Super Mario is there's no characters. It's Super Mario. What is his personality? It's me, Mario. Oh, well, yeah, I guess I could. I had actually intended to put this into the back. Didn't feel like I was very low on fuel, but what we'll do is just get the other canister. I feel like a Super Mario movie means exactly too much to me, and people are really going to dislike this. Like, everybody, like, pre-white your knuckles for how angry this makes you. I feel the same way about a Super Mario movie that I would about a Mickey Mouse movie, which is these characters have no personality at all. They have no particular foibles, no goals, no personal weaknesses, no admirable strengths. They're completely blank canvases that their creators play so incredibly safe with because they're worried about alienating anybody that they wind up they're mascots. They are just, I feel like I've said it, blank slates onto which you can project any desire, any perceived strengths or weaknesses. I don't find them to be very interesting characters. And by comparison, like I would submit, compare Mickey Mouse to Bugs Bunny. Bugs Bunny has a very defined personality. He's very sarcastic, he's very irreverent, he is generally opposed to existing power structures. Oh boy. Like, Bugs Bunny is, among other things, Bugs Bunny is never going to be intimidated. Bugs Bunny's never going to be a coward. Bugs Bunny is brave because he looks into the eyes of people who have the means and wherewithal to kill him, and he just isn't bothered by them at all. And he lets them know, I am not afraid of you. Mickey Mouse is just nice. He's nice. That's what you get out of Mickey Mouse. And that's what you get out of Mario. Mario makes, like, I'm angry eyes when I'm feeling determined that I'm gonna go do whatever else that I'm gonna do, and otherwise he has a big smile. Like, I like Mario as a game character. I like playing Mario games. I want to see a movie about him. Like, flash cut to whenever this sucker comes out and it's like the best movie ever, and I get to come back and say, boy, I was really wrong. Chris Pratt, who is like, it's hard for me to envision very many people who are less well-suited to play Mario. Like, Scarlett Johansson, slightly less well-suited to play Mario than Chris Pratt. That's my hot take. So anyway, Chris Pratt is going to play Mario. Well, I don't know, good for him. Like, I don't wish anything bad on Chris Pratt or this project. I just have a hard time thinking that it's going to appeal to me. And again, like, Sonic the Hedgehog has a personality. Sonic the Hedgehog is a character. Mario isn't. I can envision, I haven't seen the Sonic movie, but I can at least see how one could work. Blue Hedgehog acts like obnoxious asshole to everybody. Blue Hedgehog with infinite speed, sort of like can't think of any interesting way to get it done to get his goals achieved, and winds up wasting a bunch of people's time, and is probably extremely like edgy and irritating. There you go. There's a Sonic the Hedgehog movie. I don't want to see it, but at least I can envision how it could be a movie. Okay, is there a way for me to also knock this down? You know what's a good rule of thumb? And it's only a general guideline. I'm not saying that it has to be this way. But in order to be a character, there has to be something about you that people don't like. Because if you're perfect, or if you're so bland that it's impossible to discern any flaws, you're not a character, you're just a mannequin, I guess. That's all. I don't know. I feel like we could go on about this. I also, by the way, Go Hybrid, would watch Scarlett Johansson play Mario. I'm trying to think of like who like if Scarlett Johansson was Mario, who do you think we'd have to play Luigi? Edward James Olmos. That's who I'd want. That let's get that Mario movie off the ground. Scarlett Johansson as Mario, and Edward James Olmos as Luigi Mario, and then Princess Peach could be Lord, like the singer Lord, or Billie Eilish. Let's give her a chance. Yeah. Okay. So Princess Peach gets to be Billie Eilish, and. Is this just the way out? Yeah, I just went around in a big circle. Sorry. Now I'm casting all pop stars, but, oh God, what's that dude's name? Not Aaron Carter. Who's the other one? Who's the guy that was going to be in the Back to the Future reboot? We all know this. Like this is really gonna bother me now. Not Justin Timberlake. Not the RZA. You guys, who was gonna be? Shit. Okay, at some point I will remember who I'm thinking of, and then that can be King Koopa. Until then, it's a very, very poor choice for King Koopa, because I can't even remember this dude's name. So, Go Hybrid is voting for Florence, and I haven't heard it pronounced Pug? And I have not yet seen, Black Widow, but wasn't she in Black Widow? Is that the actor that you're thinking of? And I'm sorry, because Patikin is also posting. He is very enthusiastic about Chris Pratt as Mario. Oh, I love Chris Pratt, but Mario ... Okay. And then we all know how the 90s movie turned out, and the Sonic movie turned out great, though. Sonic is actually fun. That's the difference. And Go Hybrid is saying that, like, that actor stole the show. Yeah, I can't comment on that. I've seen many others, Go Hybrid, echo that sentiment. Justin Bieber. Yes, that is who I was thinking of. Yeah, so instead of being in a Back to the Future reboot, Justin Bieber could be King Koopa, and they just put like a lot of like CGI on it. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna parry. Okay, now I'm not gonna parry. I'm really having trouble with my Ys tonight, and I don't know why. That wasn't a pun. I really don't get what I'm doing wrong here.
What'd you say? You just let me go then.
Yeah, I have to say, we have... Okay, that's not really what I meant to do. Really fallen behind on the more recent Marvel stuff. And that wasn't on purpose. It was just the COVID-19 pandemic. I did see the door behind me. I specifically wanted to come up here first. Yeah, we actually tried to take my nephew to the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, but it was... I think it was actually sold out, and we were going to have to wait. This was somewhat before, like, all the lockdowns and everything went into place. So in retrospect, it was probably... I think it was just before the lockdowns and everything went into effect. So it was probably a really wise, a really fortunate thing that... Oh yeah, I can't climb up here. There's no way to get up there. Probably in retrospect, really fortunate. Because now, like right now, man, there's a couple movies that have come out recently that we would have wanted to go see, but it's not worth it in a theater. Not for us anyway. I'm trying to make sure that I'm not overlooking anything. I don't care so much about the scrap, but that history relic I care about. The insignia I would also like to get, but the history relic, I don't know why. I like getting these little glimpses into what the world was for these people. Since I don't... I have to say, I'm not actually sure where I haven't been at this point. I know that I went up here, because there's a little shack up here. Have I gone over this way? This area has done a masterful job of getting me to lose my sense of direction. Well, I haven't been in here, at least. Okay, there's the oil pump. That's good. Come over here and try to grab this.
Let me get my hands on you.
Scrap over here. Somebody recently, and I'm trying to remember now who it was. I can't remember if it was like Drienne or Centrifugal Force. It was somebody that I wouldn't immediately have thought about it. But somebody was expressing a lot of appreciation for, oops, like destruction in games. And I'm trying to remember exactly what the topic was, but I recommended to them Red Faction Guerrilla. And they had apparently, I feel like it was Brienne, hadn't really heard of it and wasn't aware. And like, to me, Red Faction Guerrilla, like, it's not funny. It doesn't have a great story that I can remember, but it's just, it has one of the best destruction engines this side of Just Cause, and all of the buildings were like physically rendered, and you could like smash apart pretty much anything in the world using your sledgehammer or any of the number of sort of destructive guns, like a vaporizing gun that you get at some point. Like, it's great. And I only bring this up because, first of all, this environment reminds me not of Red Faction Guerrilla, but of one of the things that was talked about in its sequel. And I want to say it was like Red Faction, it was something like Vanguard or like Retribution, or it didn't have a very memorable name. And I never played it, but it was described as like, hey, everybody really wanted another open world, exploration and destruction based combat game, and then the next Red Faction game came out. Like, everybody loved Red Faction Guerrilla so much, and then the next game came out and it was like limited to like these dungeon sewer corridors with very, very little opportunity to make use of any of the destruction that was technically still in the game, but now it was so limiting in terms of where you could go and what you could do with it that it didn't feel nearly as rewarding. And I don't want to say that that was the final Red Faction game that they made, but it was like second to last, because the way that companies tend to do, the lesson they learned was not, wow, we made a bad Red Faction game. It appears to have been, oh, people just don't like Red Faction. It's like, geniuses, no, you just made a bad one. Okay, kid with an axe. Bridget, good to know that someone in our family is ready for no idea. Tio Twawaki. Okay. Hey, why did Mad Max stop being so snarky about other people's happy memories? That was a character trait that I really liked about him. All right, so I do want to blow that up. I think it'll let me walk over here. He said, walking into an invisible wall. Mothoth just got back. Uh-oh. It just did that welcome to the chat room thing, which means I may have missed multiple messages. I'm going to risk doing an alt-tab. Oh, no, I'm not. Yes, I am. Oh, okay. So, I'm so sorry. It wasn't updating many of these messages. So, hello to Catching Pip SFX, who says, so, is it better than Far Cry? Well, I thought so. Are we talking about Red Faction Guerrilla? Oh, wait, let me minimize that, because it might cause weird frame rate stuff if it's open in the background. It's the opposite of what I wanted. Okay. I really, really liked the first half of Far Cry. Oh, no, wait, yeah. No, okay, Far Cry. Sorry, I was mentally confusing Far Cry with Crysis. I feel like Far Cry the whole way through. And I am a unapologetic supporter of Far Cry 2. I really enjoyed that game back at the time and have very fond memories of it. I will say that Red Faction Guerrilla, for me, was significantly better than Crysis. The Crysis, that's the game I was thinking of that, like, I enjoyed the first half of it a bunch, and then the second half where the aliens show up was not for me. Martha says, talking Red Faction, yeah, the earlier Red Faction was amazing. Fully destructible buildings that you could walk inside of. Yeah, and not only walk inside of, but you had to do missions in there. Like, I remember one mission in Red Faction Guerrilla where I needed to, like, rescue some prisoners or something, but I accidentally smashed through the staircase to the upper level where they were. So in order to get into the building to let them out, I had to, like, park a couple vehicles so that I could get climbing on top of them, and then I think I smashed down like the outside of the building to like get in that way. Like, it became its own accidental puzzle, and that was awesome. It's like I I don't know if there are many examples that are as vibrant as Red Faction Guerrilla of a game studio accidentally making something that was fantastic, that people regard well to this day, that people absolutely adored, and it's so evident that the very people that made it have no idea what was successful about it, because they've never... Again, I don't remember if how many Red Faction games they did after that. It might have only been the one, but they really flubbed it. They really flubbed their opportunity to relaunch that as an open world destruction game. And what a bummer, because as we've gone into later generations, like think of something like Red Faction Guerrilla, but with the power of a PlayStation 5 or a Xbox Series X behind it. All of that extra horsepower dedicated exclusively to making those explosions run. I do not feel like finding my way out of here, so we're going to fast travel back here. Catching Pip SFX says, yeah, and Mad Max looking to buy a zombie apocalypse game. Well, I cannot make very many recommendations from personal experience, but off the top of my head, I would recommend considering State of Decay 2, if you want to do that, basically the same thing with multiplayer. And again, I've not played it. I can only go based on what I have heard about them. Let's see, after that, 7 Days to Die. We have a friend who has been, got really into that and had a great experience with it. If you're looking for something a little bit more top down, you'd go with They Are Billions. However, I've never played They Are Billions because although it looks like a real-time strategy game, everything that I've read about it corroborates the idea that it is it's actually more of a puzzle game. It's more about like, okay, in this scenario, how do I game these mechanics in a way that allows me to survive? I'm just gonna pull down the tower if I can. Oh my goodness, Azric, thank you so much for the resubscription. And I like there were some other comments from Mothoth. I do want to circle back to them. Let's just see if we can get out of immediate danger. Okay, more defenses down. Not all of them, though. So, yeah, anyway, it was just sort of like thinking about like how you can have something with so much potential, so much fantastic enthusiasm and fanfare, and just like not get it. And that was ultimately the story of Red Faction Guerrilla. They could have just done more of that and then like turned it into a franchise. Are you kidding me? Okay, sorry, I was caught on the fence itself. Okay, before I go in there and we get punchy, let me just run back. Yeah, Azric, for real, thank you very, very, very much. Mothoth, oh yeah, Mothoth said Dying Light is pretty good. I would replace pretty good with excellent. I loved Dying Light. I thought Dying Light was, and you know what? Catching Pip, it is available for a song at the various Steam sales. I think the Steam Autumn sale is probably still coming up. You can hold out a little bit. You'll get Dying Light for like a fraction of what it's worth. I will say this for Catching Pip, because we don't know your particular taste. If you absolutely hated Dead Island, like if you hated it, the whole premise, you hated everything about it, Dying Light may not change your mind. However, if you saw promise in Dying Light, but wanted it to be better written, better missions, better movement through the world, better combat, better graphics, better everything, better progression, that's what Dying Light is. It humiliated Dead Island. And I really like Dead Island. I like Dead Island a lot. I can't go back to it, not after Dying Light. And I need a drink, so everybody hold on. Sorry about that. Catching Pip says, I like games like Walking Dead where you actually build shelters and survive with other survivors. So, 7 Days to Die. That is 7 Days to Die, or I literally just said the name of it. 7 Days to Die or State of Decay. There we go. What you just described is pretty much what those games are. State of Decay 1 is single player only. State of Decay 2, again, I've heard and not played for myself, but I've heard that it is incredibly similar. Like, it's, I can't believe they called it a sequel type similar, and I could be wrong, but it does add multiplayer. So you get a chance to play with your friends. This one looks like it might need some of my attention, so I hope everybody will hold on while I take care of the glaive boys. Nope. Switch out this weapon for another one now that I've gotten a few hits out of this. Yeah, see, the danger with this many dudes around is getting animation lock because there's so many guys to start attacking. To start attacking you. That there's simply more windows for them to do so. Oh, yeah, see, I didn't dodge that person the way that I should have. And by the way, I think 7 Days to Die, in fact, I'm going to replace think with double check, because no one should ever pay any attention to what I'm saying when I'm also trying to do this. But 7 Days to Die also has multiplayer. So if you enjoy playing not only with other AI characters, but also with friends, yeah, see, I can't quite formulate thoughts and punches. Okay, I guess when it says melee weapon execution, it's really just sort of making a future promise. Nope, time for that guy to stop it. Oh, yeah, sorry, Catching Pick was actually just asking that question. Yes, 7 Days to Die, like, double check it on Steam, but yes, it supports multiplayer. I know because I've seen people like Jason McMaster over at twitch.tv/JVMcMaster has played it multiplayer. Not recently, so I don't know if they're available in any of the archives, but I've seen him play multiplayer with his friends, and it seems like a super good time. Catching Pip says the State of Decay is really good. Okay, yeah, let me read back because that was a lot of punch, and there's some other comments in here. Yeah, there's the Dying Light was pretty good. Chivalry used to have Red Faction battle royales at my house, and we figured out you could make pit traps to catch players. Geomod was awesome. Yeah, it really was. Like, I always felt like the earlier Red Faction games, like the ones that were more like straight first-person shooters, those were less appealing to me just in general, but I know a lot of people that like them. And then Red Faction Guerrilla was transformative. It was so good. Mothoth is waving hello to Azaric. Ride or Die, thank you for resubscribing. Yeah, for real. Killuna says, Their Billions is awesome to watch, but I've never played it myself. I'm not... So, Catching Pip said, I like games like Walking Dead where you actually build structures and survive with other survivors, and I haven't found a game like that. But then further says that State of Decay is really good. I sort of thought that's what State of Decay was. Isn't there like a bunch of, not a bunch of, but doesn't that game have like settlement management in with it as well? Like, I thought that was part of it, that the character that you're playing can die, but then you just then take control of a different... Hey. Oh. Okay. I mean, I'll be happy to do that. Will you cut it out? Okay. I gotta go get that guy. So I really want to blow this up. Also, it's got a very, very different... also, many thoughts. Isn't Project Zomboid a thing? That might have elements of what you're looking for. And then... Oh, gosh. Tom Chick was really on for a little while. There was actually a little series of games that weren't very impressive graphically, but had different options, like it would show you like a map of a city, and I feel like the exploration and stuff was a little bit abstracted, but the whole theme was like setting up a safe place and then venturing out into a zombie-filled world to bring back supplies. I want to say there were like 3 or 4 of them, but I looked at like the screenshots and stuff. I can accept a wide degree of different artistic styles and like levels of visual fidelity, but the game that I just described was very like borderline Commodore 64 style graphics, like very, very primitive. Mothoth says, this has been great, but I gotta go. Doing some Dying Light myself these days. Have a good stream at night, Angel in chat. Mothoth, enjoy the game. Thank you so much for hanging out. And yeah, I hope that you continue to enjoy Dying Light as much as I do. I can't say that it can't be improved upon. I don't want to give the impression that it's a masterpiece, but compared to its own contemporaries, like the game that spawned it, my understanding is that Dying Light was made by a lot of the original team that had been working on Dead Island, and Dying Light in every respect feels like the game that they would have wanted Dead Island to be. So I speak very highly of it, feel very warm towards it. And also, Mothoth had further clarified that Dying Light, 7 Days to Die is multiplayer. I don't know if I read that aloud, but like to make sure that people can make informed buying decisions. So there's a little bit of a problem. First of all, there's like a thing right there, and maybe I can't get to it from here, but there's also a man. I'd really like to get the man that threw the rock at me. This looks like it takes me outside of the encampment altogether. Here's another insignia. This particular area really likes to show you things that you're not going to be able to easily get to. This one wasn't so bad. Killer says Samalander's played Project Zomboid. And hello to Faye, to the Faye, who says, coming out of lurk to say that if you get 7 Days to Die, give the Undead Legacy mod a try. It's worth it for the UI alone, but it makes the game so much better. I have not previously heard of it. Like I said, I have a friend, or we have a friend that got very much into that. I'm not sure that he knows about that, the Faye. I'm going to check that out. The Undead Legacy. I assume, is that on like the Steam workshop? And there we go. All right. All right, I'm gonna head downstairs because maybe we'll find some of the red dots that I'm looking for. Hey, have you seen any red dots, buddy? No? Okay. I'll ask your friends. Yeah, that trick will probably work for you. They did exhaust me of all my shivs. Catching Pip says, people use mods? Well, I mean, depending on the game, I certainly do. I have a few. I have a couple gameplay related and then a bunch of not really gameplay related mods that are good for... Drop. Solaris. I can't speak to 7 Days to Die or... Was that it? Okay. Other games. Let's see. What, I've spoken very highly of the worst mod for... Watch Dogs. Yeah, if you guys have never seen that, I've talked about that on a few different streams. That game completely transforms the way that... Sorry, that mod totally transforms the way that Watch Dogs looks. Doesn't affect how it plays at all, but it looks a million times better. The Fae says, 7 Days does not have workshop support currently, but you can find Undead Legacy easily in the forums. There's even a mod launcher third-party tool to handle 7D, 2D mods, too. Not required for Undead Legacy, though. That is one thing I really, really like Steam Workshop games because they make it so easy to get mods installed. You find something you want, and then you load it. And if it's not loading in the right order, then you change the order in which it's loading. And I've not really had ever any particular problems with it. Let me put this down. Okay. Let me also put this down. So I'm looking for how many more fuel canisters? Destroy the transfer tanks. Well, doesn't really give me a lot of... Oh, here's some. Now, I can try to huck this through that door, and I guess I will. Oh, that actually worked. I thought for sure I was going to misgauge it and it wasn't going to go in. Carolina says, if not for mods, I'd never have the thousands of hours I have in Farming Sim, though for different versions. And I suspect that, like, Catching Pip might have not been asking... Like, I've been answering it in a sort of a very general way, because I don't have any experience with that particular game. He was probably asking about specifically 7 Days to Die. Like, do like others use mod for that? Because if you want to play multiplayer, it's probably critical that the mods all match up, like everybody's playing the same version. A lot of people mod Space Engineers too. Well, that was super worth it. No intel gathered. Maybe I should have gathered more intel before I came in here. So... Oh, that wasn't hard at all. So here's our next set of transfer tanks. Oh, and hello to Samlander. I'm sorry. So Samlander, you might have been here earlier, but is it correct that you've played Project Zomboid? And if so, what audience would you recommend Project Zomboid to? Like, let's say somebody like Catching Pip said, I am in the mood for a zombie apocalypse game, and what I like is building up a settlement and then going out and, you know, learning how to, like, survive with other survivors. Does Project Zomboid strike any of those chords? So Samlin is saying, yes, people who like survival games. He also loves Project Zomboid. Does it have any sort of, like, settlement management or, like, building up a little community? Does it have anything similar to what State of Decay does in that realm? Building a settlement, yes. All right, hey, Catching Pip, you might want to check out Project Zomboid. Samalander is very, very, very precise when he talks about games. So if he is describing it in this way, I feel like he has a pretty good lock on it, and he really loves it. Samalander, an additional question. If Catching Pip were interested in watching some videos, do you have any archives, any collections, anything on your YouTube channel or here on Twitch that he could put on? If so, if you could either whisper a link to it to me or to Mia. No, actually, sorry, I'm in Mia mode right now. Our links are still up, so you can post a link yourself. You should be able to. I swear to God, I was standing right in front of the... Here it is. Okay. Ignite, aim, throw. Okay, so Samalander is clarifying, building a settlement, yes, but there's no community unless you're in multiplayer. Further, he doesn't think that he's kept any of his Zomboid vids, but he might be able to find a clip. Well, if you can find one and you post it, hopefully Catching Pips will be able to take a look and see if it suits their fancy. I'm sure there's going to be other videos and stuff up, but I like directing people to others in the community whenever we can. Okay, again, I kind of want to leave here. I'm not sure I want to spend a lot of time finding my way out, so we might just fast travel out, but considering that I accidentally exited this place a couple times, it can't be that hard, right? I don't think I need any fuel for the car, but just in case. Yeah, I'd have to... So I've not played some of the games that we've talked about, like State of Decay or Project Zomboid or anything. Of the zombie survival games that I have played, I honestly think that Dying Light might be at the top. I very much have enjoyed playing some Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2 with Mia and Chivalry and Patikin for Game Night with the Peeps. And like Donk and McMaster, like that was a fun time. However... I enjoyed those, like, with that group of people, how can you not enjoy that experience? I don't want to be on this minefield. Okay.
War party, bidding us welcome.
Okay.
Airmobile, she flies!
Can't seem to quite get close enough to this thing. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Now we got it. All right, scrap, I don't really care about. Like, I might stop there very quickly to get it, but why not... Yeah, I really want to do a mission. Are they all up in Gastown now? Looks that way. All right, so I'm going to fast travel here. Chivalry is saying, if you were in Mia mode, there would be more cursing. Now, just watch me keep getting punched in the back of the head in this game. I can get up to the cursing. All right, maybe not Mia levels of cursing, but cursing all the same. Sam Leonard says, no good clips of Zomboid of mine. I suggest finding it on Twitch and then checking it out. Well, thank you for looking, because it would be fun to be able to share clips or videos with others. Now, by contrast, the thing that I always say I'm going to mention more routinely and then tend to forget for months at a time is this episode of Mad Max and every episode is archived here onto Twitch. I'm trying to turn. And is all organized into a nice collection with cool header images and at least basic descriptions. We want to avoid any spoilers. So if anybody is seeing this and say, oh, yeah, I want to see the beginning of the game, I want to avoid learning too much, or we just watch the first hour or so, you can jump into our collection and roll it all the way back to episode 1 and get to see the whole adventure right from the start.
Blessings, stranger. May the flame warn in life and scorch in death. We of the wildfire seek a champion. It's spoken that to let the true fire burn bright, the valves of this accursed town must be turned by an outsider, a blessed heathen. Are you the one I ask again? Are you him who will let all gas flow to the deep fryer?
Open the valves indicated on the map to reroute the gas to deep fryer. Oh. Oh, sure. I will not, in fact, get a Griffith token. I do very much appreciate the fact that there's more ways to get Griffith tokens than Griffith tokens that you actually need to complete the game. Because if I had to methodically hunt down every single one, I would not put much effort into that. But when it comes to, like, just enjoying the game, I'll do this. So I'm looking to see where this comes up. Looks like it's over here. Yeah, as the face says, this has been a...
Come close so I can kill you.
Games that are chapter-based or... episode-based or... like... whenever you're writing up a description for an episode, because I've had to do at least some of mine, and it's always like, what can I put in here that won't be too much of a spoiler, but will also be descriptive enough? Okay, if you're not going to punch, I will. It would be nice if people knew which episode it was, but also I don't want to give away things for like people that might be stopping by just to maybe see a little bit of gameplay. So what's a good way to voice it? And... yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure that I've ever gotten it correct. But yeah, as the face says, today we rode around the wasteland and punched freaks. Okay, I don't want to go down there though. Okay, he's just going to be throwing spears at me otherwise. And they're sort of on opposite ends. Like in Mad Max, what do you write for an episode description where, like, frankly, a lot of these episodes are better defined by the conversations that we have with you guys in chat than by any specific plot development in the world of Mad Max. There's a story here, but the beats are so far and few between, and the game is not shy about just saying, like, okay, here's the new character with whom you work closely, with basically no other lead up. I'm not sure that I could spoil this game if I were inclined to, but also I'm not inclined to. So it's a little bit difficult to write up the episode descriptions for Mad Max. Then on the other end of that, you've got 13 Sentinels, where, like, the game is so plot heavy, and so much of its best qualities are in allowing the story to unfold and exploring that aspect of the game, that you want to be very sure not to, like, ruin somebody else's involvement in it. Oh boy, do I still want to do this? I guess so. Hello to Jägermeister! Also, how did I fail at this? Jägermeister, I hope that you've been having a great week. I hope that you are headed into a weekend of some pickleball.
Dodge his bullet! Swerve her!
I'm yawning all of a sudden, trying to make sure that that doesn't go into the mic. And... oh, hold on. Not a troublemaker here. A trouble solver here.
That long shot will regret slinging lead at us! You wanna come closer? You alone, Slego!
She call me Slego?
Driver, scrotus one. Here's your car now, driver. Why won't you die?
Get him. Jägermeister saying, Mad Max today, sponsored by Supercuts. I'm not sure that Supercuts would ever sponsor this, because in Mad Max, all of the... Oh, nice dodge. All of the blades break in just a single use.
What are you playing at?
Oh, come on, man. Jägermeister says, rainy here today, but I've played every day this week otherwise. That's awesome. Right, let me pick this up. I spent, so we're not going to go deep in on this topic, but I got up this morning. I had breakfast at my regular time. That was about 5 o'clock in the morning. I then did not eat anything at all until about 5 p.m. because it was so busy at work today. There was so much that I was trying to get done, so many metaphorical fires to get put out, that it didn't even, like, well, that's not true. I was going to say it didn't even occur to me. I intended to go to lunch, but I basically just kept going through. So apparently this fuel canister is forever out of reach. So as a result, when I got home, we did a quick dinner, and I was like, okay, it's streaming time. And also, at least for me, when I'm that busy, I'm also not moving around as much as I would prefer. Lots of sitting and typing and talking, so feeling a little bit motivated to get a workout in before this evening. Oh, okay, just get backed up here. Now, if you guys are ever in the mood for some more Mad Max, Brian 4882040, I think is the full screen name. He's also been playing Mad Max and doing so on his PlayStation 4. I say it really looks great. Like, I wouldn't expect otherwise, but yeah, this is an extremely faithful port of that game. Okay. Oh, hey, A, hello to Ricardneo, and B, I hope everyone in chat will join us in congratulating Ricardneo on getting to affiliate status in Twitch. Ricardneo, for real, said it in Twitter, but I wanted you to hear it from me. Congratulations. That's awesome. I'm so happy for you. Just toss that away. Yeah, if anybody here is not yet following Ricardneo Just Vibing, he is in chat right now, so we can get you the exact spelling of the name. If I attempt to do it, I will get it, but it will be a long process because I'll have to think about it a whole bunch. I can always spell it out in front of a keyboard, but I'm less good with spelling when I'm also trying to find a valve that I'm trying to open up. But he is in chat right now and is a great guy, very, very fun streamer, and is always, by the way, looking for, like, new things to try out. I will, I think, always remember the Lords of Football stream that he did, where he would, like, overlay his head on top of, like, a coach who was then going to try to, like, amp up the team and get them, you know, get them back on the right track. Make sure they didn't lose focus during one of the breaks. Oh, hello to Lucha Freddy. Lucha Freddy, boy, I hope you're also having a great week. Now, Lucha Freddy, I was reading in your Twitter, and... God, now I feel bad that we might have covered this before. Was it that there was going to be a break, or you were just coming back from a break from streaming, or was that a friend? This is the trouble with having me remember tweets during a live stream, because there's a lot of Twitter to look at every day, and it's very easy for me to confuse one story with another. I can't believe we're helping out Lord High Gas Fry, or whatever this guy's name is.
The rulers here, they frown upon the righteous and sacred. They
Jump!
hard, pure acolytes like...
This might kill me, but it'll be so much faster. No, it's not going to let me go over the railing. Okay. Okay, so Lucha Freddy was saying it's a friend that that he's been around for ages. Well, I hope whatever the nature of the break is, it's beneficial and the person feels good and is motivated to come back. Because if somebody were to decide, I think it's better for me if I'm not streaming. That is perfectly fair. But if anybody ever said, I'm going to take a break from streaming, and then they felt self-conscious about coming back, and they, like, well, people aren't going to care, they're not going to remember anything like that. All I can say is that I think a lot about the people that we used to watch a whole bunch, and then for one reason or another, they had to step away. And I would hope that they would understand that we would not only be accepting, but enthusiastic to see them come back on. So that's all to say. That's all a lot of words to say. Whatever the nature of the break is, I hope that it goes well, and your friend can come back to streaming sometime soon. Oh no! Diesel raided? Oh my gosh, I totally missed it. I'm so sorry. Let me go back. Diesel Jones, I'm so sorry that I missed the raid. Diesel, thank you so much for the raid. Mia, thank you for highlighting it. Has Diesel talked? Oh god, I hope I didn't miss him. I hope he didn't have to raid and dash out before I had a chance to say hello. Yeah, Diesel, so sorry. We were congratulating Ricardinho. There he is. Hey, I have to run and cook dinner, but I'll be listening and lurking from the kitchen. Hello to everybody that got raided over with Diesel Jones. So sorry for the late response. Ricardinho Just Vibing here in chat has just hit affiliate status, so we were congratulating him. And then right after that, Lucha Freddy came in, and you might have heard that element of the conversation. But yes, welcome everybody. We're playing some Mad Max on PC. Not with the greatest of success right at the moment, but got it. All right. If I can grab that shiv before I head over. Okay. I was certainly going to attempt to throw him off, but I would have gotten a few more licks in before we went. Okay, I gotta let go of doing that. Get him! Shiv Punisher. Ricardinho motivated addicted footballers in a simulation. Also, sometimes I was the reporter that didn't want to commentate on my games. And Mia says, Jesus, my blood pressure, I can settle down again. Oh, was that from the, yeah, from me, like, not catching the raid? Yeah, Mia, thank you for highlighting that message. And Lucha Freddy wasn't in the raid. Yeah, he came over separately. But it's much appreciated that you're here. Okay, so I did this valve as well. Okay, so we've got one more. And then we're going to figure out... I'm not, again, going to get a Griffith token because I'm maxed out. But I am still happy to... Did I park over there? Yeah. Can I... We're gonna see if this kills me. It did not. Yeah, no, Mia, I can imagine, like, the high blood pressure. We've been hesitant to put on, like, sound alerts and stuff, because normally I'll catch stuff like that, even if it's a bit late. And the issue with sound alerts can sometimes be if you forget to turn them off and you're playing a game with a lot of narrative content, or in particular, some emotional resonance to it. And that gets thrown off by, like, the stream raid siren going off, or it can... It's a concern that it can impact the viewing experience for people that are watching, but at the same time, I wouldn't ever want to miss a raid. A raid is a big vote of confidence to you from the person doing the raid. Like, they're saying, hey, I trust my audience with you, and that you're going to treat them well and be fun to watch. And yeah, I think it's awesome. I really appreciate it when people do the raid. I feel generally bad if I don't have a chance to raid over to some of our friends as frequently as I'd like. But with every stream, you get one raid, so you gotta either get lucky on when you're wrapping up your stream, and who's going to be on at that time. Yeah, that's right, I'm looting your friend right in front of you. Freddy is attempting to redeem some musicality. Ah, if only I had the sort of singing voice that Mia does. Yeah, Mia had some fun redemptions. Freddy, I'm trying to remember if you were there on Sunday, but Mia had redemption to both sing and do an accent at the same time. And normally those redemptions would run concurrent, but this time she agreed to do them simultaneously, just as sort of like a special thing. So that was a lot of fun. Yeah, Samalander was there. He remembers. Oh boy, I really came out of the wrong side of this. Yeah, no, if I decided to do ooh, scrap pallet. Oh, that's right. A lot of this stuff is underground or something. Like, I can't actually find it. So yeah, we'll just skip right past that. Let's get this stream can't afford to go as late as many others. Again, because I've been up since about 4:30 in the morning, and today was a hell of a day. Here's the good news is, like when I tell that story, unlike some days where I'll come on stream and be like, oh man, you guys really run down, this might be a little bit lighter. Today was actually a really, really productive day. Like, no one's gonna look at today and say it wasn't time or energy well spent. So that's, you can feel pretty good about that. Stressful, a little bit, but we get to go into the weekend feeling better about the way that the day is gone. I'm gonna get oops, like a screenshot of that thing. Can I, well, it's not gonna hurt. Let me, down like this. Sure. Capture image, A and F12. Okay, let me try to get out of the muck. Mia says, gosh, I can't remember why you'd remember that. So, Freddy, because like I said, read a lot on the Twitter, but, sorry, on the Twitter feed, your Twitter feed, but I'm not always great at parsing everything that people are up to. Have you been able to... Oh! No, you know what, Freddy? I did remember the update, and... Yeah, I was just curious if there's been any ability to return to doing wrestling again. Because for anybody that doesn't know, Lucha Freddy is he tends to downplay it a little bit, but I've seen his clips. A really talented professional wrestler, and that was sort of waylaid by the COVID-19 pandemic. And do I need water? No. I just would have hoped, like, if you had asked 6 months ago, 9 months ago, oh, surely things will be back to normal so that Freddy can start doing shows again. And I'm just not sure if that's been able to happen. Freddy says, I'm now part-time with my pay the bills job, and I said no to wrestling bookings. Well, if that is... Sorry, I'm getting... Okay, sorry, we gotta deal with this, because I don't want to keep getting shot at. Here we go. Can I get a good, like, screenshot of these guys, do you think? Oh, that's... Look at that. It's not bad with the fire in the background. Yeah, let's grab this. Okay, and now let's do what comes naturally.
You did it!
Yeah, the important thing in a situation like that is, as always, like we say this to streamers all the time, certainly in, you know, working any sort of a job in this environment, absolutely, like Freddy knows this, and I want to make sure that others hear the message as well. You got to take care of yourself first, because the money that you make to pay your bills can't pay the bills if you wind up getting sick. If you wind up like experiencing sort of like being so mentally run down that you can't continue. You got to find a way to get through to the end of the day, hopefully by finding, you know, ways to connect with people that you care about and doing things that you love. And if the way that things are is draining that away from you, then taking a step back can be tremendously beneficial.
And I was just getting used to not being caged. Still, it is better than leashed. Did you find the rig?
I found trouble. But things were there, as you said. Why'd you tell me?
It's just, where I'm from, you trust your gut ropes on people.
And where is that?
I came from the south, with the Riders. Ended up in Gastown. Became the property of Dr. D when that time came. Then the Wasteland War was upon us. After many battles, Dr. D's hordes were bested. His tribe scattered. Most killed. The leaders all dead. The remains of one of their greatest still lies buried out there.
So?
Buried with him are all his worldly possessions, including his war machine. I will show you where the tomb lies. Do with this what you will. As I said, I have a feeling about you. Always someone's prize.
Hope has shared information about the tomb of a
People
rider.
tend to their prizes. Most people.
Okay. Hope has shared information about the tomb of a rider, the resting place of a biker warlord that she used to ride with. Locate the tomb and retrieve the vehicle that was buried with him. The demented chariot will be added to the vehicle collection.
You'll never make it here.
I haven't like continued to bring this up because I don't have anything new to say about it, but it really bothers me that the protagonist of this game just... This is fine. This is fine. Having this person in a cage, it's been heavily implied that she's being kept as a sex slave. Like, it really bothers me that he has no reaction to it aside from, oh, she might know where a special vehicle is. Maybe that's just a thing in Mad Max, but boy, does it make him hard to empathize with, to like, portray.
Fresh meat for the grinder. Straight from the unforgiving wastes.
I want to join the races.
See that slate? You put your mark on it. Then I'll put you in the murder dome. You work the blood and guts circuit for a couple of years. Survive it, make champion. Then, maybe, I can start grooming you for a shot in the races.
No time, Jawbone. I need to join the races now.
Okay. Maybe we can find a spot for a man of your, temperament. Yeah. In return, for a favor. A very dangerous, possibly suicidal favor. Huh? You see these? These are lightings. But they fade. And when they fade, I fade with them. But if a man, a very desperate man, were to fetch me some new ones, you follow me, Wastelander?
You want new bulbs?
I want new lightings! Yeah! I want a lot of them! I asked them all! The gangbangers, the torpedoes, the newsmen, but no one would help me! You know why? Because they don't have the stones for Buzzard Country.
Tell me exactly where they are.
Follow this, and you'll get to the Underdune. Bon voyage!
That twinkling bag of lard puts you in the races?
First he wants an errand run.
And Lucha Freddy said that he's taking off for the night. Freddy, I hope that you have a great evening. And hopefully we'll see you again real soon. So... Alright, so now I can get in here, and that's gonna, I think, let me underground so that I can get some of that stuff. However, if I was to help anybody, really want to help Hope. I hate the fact that we're not doing anything at all to help that situation. The only trouble is wasn't super paying attention to, like, if she said a specific region, and I don't. It's not also over here, is it? Like the two dots are on top of each other? No. So she wanted me to go to a tomb. Ah, here we go. Oh, okay. Yep, this couldn't be unlocked until we were much closer. So all I need now is maybe to fast travel down here. Do I want to stop at gut gashes? Maybe. That's going to refill any gas or whatever that I have. We might as well go here. I hope Lucha Freddy's like family's doing well. Okay. Survey crew project, sure. I will definitely build that. Oh, is this it? No, that's scrap crew. I thought I did everything for gut gash. Okay, that's fine. Look around, find survey crew. Yeah, so this is where Hope was previously. She was locked up into this cage. There might have been some brief explainer line about how she got out of there, but we sort of met her north of the Jaws again, reconnected, and she's like, yep, still a slave. Wouldn't mind a little help with that. Hero, the story. Guy who's like pining over his own lost family. Seems like something you might want to help out with since you're such a good guy. Alright, all scavenging locations within Stronghold's territory have been marked on the map. And I don't think I'm... Jump. No, Max, come on. Max, you can jump over that! Okay. Just go downstairs. Project info. I don't need to do anything here, do I? Armory. Okay.
Brought us the sign.
Well, see, this is why I wanted to jump over the link. the chain.
It's just one death run.
Okay, and my marker is still marked. So yeah, let's go at a minimum. Let's make sure that we get a chance to help out Hope. Now, on our way, I guess I'm missing one project part for this area. Do we have any idea where that is? 2 scrap. I thought we were done here. 3 scrap. History relic. Scrap. Scrap crew parts. Okay, actually, change of plans, because I want the scrap crew parts. We'll go still help Hope, but I just want to finish off that project. Or, really, we're not helping Hope, are we? We're helping Max by following Hope's recommendation. And I guess it's more that there's a little bit of a promise that maybe Hope will be helped at a later date. If she's helpful to Max, then eventually he might be prompted into helping her out in return. She gives him some ancient, awesome, special vehicle, and he gives her a chance at slightly more freedom than she has now. This story would be a little bit better if I could remember the actor's name, but so
It's a war party.
Veronica Mars was created by a writer, and the showrunner was a guy named Rob Thomas. And as he would put it, not the famous Rob Thomas, like he's the other one. That's you know, his own little self-effacing joke about it. And he talked about how the character in Veronica Mars is a character named Mac who gets introduced, and I very much regret right now that I cannot remember the actor's name. But he talked about how that particular casting job came to be because, like, she contacted him, if I remember the story correctly, she contacted him to, like, ask him a couple questions about, like, a book he had written or something that he had worked on. I'm trying to remember the exact nature of the reach out. And the two of them got to, like, conversing or corresponding with one another. And this was around the time that Veronica Mars was gearing up. And he was like, yeah, I might not be able to be in contact quite so much because, like, we're gearing up to do a show. And she's like, oh, that's fun. I've done a little bit of acting myself. And he was sort of expecting her to be like, you know, that she'd been in a school play or whatever. So he was just sort of being polite and being like, oh, really? Like, what sorts of things have you done? And she's like, yeah, I was the little girl in Waterworld with Kevin Costner. Like, he probably tells this story a lot better than I do, but I just love the idea that he was corresponding with this pretty famous actress who, scrap crew. There we go. All right, that's all that I wanted. He had no idea who he was talking to, and the two of them were just having this conversation about, like, literature or whatever it is. I really like that. More than Amia is saying, in other words, fuck you, Max, you piece of shit. Yeah, no, I mean, it is, we go for long periods without any story, sort of like starts to fade into the background, and honestly, I'd started to think, maybe Hope is a character in Fury Road or something. So they wanted to have a little bit of a crossover, but they were limited in what they could do because she needs to be in a specific place. And I don't know that this is true, but maybe they just chose sort of a really clumsy cameo to have or something. But now she's back and she's still in a cage and he's still not doing anything about it. It's like, how am I supposed to feel about this? And before anybody says, oh, well, she's in the middle of a compound, they're heavily armed. Fuck that. All we do is break into heavily armed compounds. She's locked in with some guy called like the High Freya or something like that. Punch him with your fist nuggets. Like, hit him. Like, take her out. Set her free. Or, like, bring her with you wherever you go. Treat her better than they are. Give her some free will. Something better than this. It's just very irritating to me. Hey, bro. Remember this guy from our last tour? Sad Charlie. They still got him nailed to the wall. Haha. I done popped a few fools in my day, but I still think this shit is morbid. Semper Fi Lexus.
What was morbid then would be benevolent now.
You said a little comment about that. Oops. It goes less to like, let's have a big discourse about it, and more that like what the developers that put this element in, why? These missions could be delivered by pretty much everyone. So why does it have to be somebody who's like kept in a cage and like there's been dialogue about her being kept in like ripe condition or whatever, prime condition? I'm trying to remember what it was. And also, by the way, when we first introduced, she had like a little girl with her. That's cool. Let's have that in the game. It's not something that I'll go on about beyond this, except to acknowledge like, yeah, it's not this game's strong suit. Sam says, done looking through my Dakuma deck, and I gotta say, looking forward to my next chance to start up a game, so I need to work on blades. I am highly supportive of working on blades. I'd like to get back on the road, but...
As if she has sprung an angel's wing!
Oh, hold on. Yeah, I can't save the woman in the cage, but the people who want water, those I'm allowed to help.
Water, some water.
Samlander is asking if I will join if he runs. Samlander, if there's a slot that I can fill and be beneficial to the group, I would be happy to be a part of it. The Face says, so you're that guy from the meme now, Samlander. While you were doing insert whatever random activity here, I was studying the blade. Uh-oh.
On the back there.
No! Oh, you guys are so out of your league when I'm in this vehicle, though. He tried to board and didn't make it very far. Is there... Okay, whatever.
He's dented back. Clincher him.
Clincher him? Oh, and here I am boasting about how out of their depths they are. Look at me! I have to jump out of the vehicle now.
Come on, she's fixed for tricks.
Boy, his new tools, I really, like, of all the upgrades that we've gotten, I'm not sure that I've been as appreciative of any individual upgrade as the one that Chumbucket got to his repair tools. Because it just makes such a difference in being able to get back to it that much faster. Also, I think it was Samlander had asked at one point, like, is it ever nighttime in the game? This is nighttime. I think it is. I'm pretty sure that's the moon up there. I see that it's, oops, very blue. I am confusing the GPS a whole bunch. Yeah, in terms of doing a Blades one-shot, I'm concerned that I won't be very good at it. Like it's all like Gaslight London sort of stuff, Victorian era London. I don't know very much about how like houses or factories or whatever from that era are laid out. So there might be some questions along there, but I would be, you know, very, very glad to participate and hopefully just have a good time with everybody. Someone says you're a thinker, you'll be great. The source of my, it's not just random self-deprecation. Specifically, like we've watched at least a little bit about the Ox Ventures Blaze in the Dark game that they did, and I hope I can get up from here. I went down here on purpose. Not sure it was wise. There's been times when, like, I've been, like, watching them be like, wait, how did they think to do that? How did they know what to look for? Anyway, I don't want to make it sound like there's trepidation. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I just will look for opportunities to learn the system and to sort of there we go.
We use a harpoon.
Oh, okay. Let's just move this right off our to-do list. Okay. Again, I am in the middle of something, sir. Someone's saying, who cares if you know the setting? That's my job. I need to watch the Ox Venture thing. Yeah, one of them that's interesting is that, like, in the second little, like, adventure, the second, like, mini adventure that they did, it was only 2 players. God. So I guess it scales pretty well.
That wasn't mine.
The woman wasn't lying. Didn't really consider the possibility that she was.
Tank's empty. Maybe there's some cans around.
All right, this looks like the way that we're gonna have to go out because I don't think that Max can bust that down with his hands. Someone says that blades should scale great. Yep, there. Okay, so there's a canister there, but before we get it, let me, you know what? Let's bring it out so I don't have to remember where it is later. Oh, and there's a whole bunch more canisters, too. Refuel. Got it. The GM is mean and the players have tools to tell the GM no. In Blades. Pick up fuel canister. Drive to the Underdune. Okay. Oh, that was just so much fuel. Hold on a second. We can't even get it started with that. Fuel? I'm going to pay better attention this time to how much fuel is going in. There we go. That's way better.
That's enough.
Okay, now let's get this cool car out of here. Batman! He should have rocketed out of there way better. I don't know. Skeletor here in the back seat is a poor substitute for Chum Bucket, especially when I've got jackholes here. Oof. So I cannot afford to take as much damage in this because I do not have an in-flight mechanic who can help me out. Where am I trying to go with this? Drive to the... No, I don't want to drive to the... Do I just own this now, or do I have to bring it back to a stronghold? Probably the second thing, and I'll be able to finish off that scrap project. The face says, do a barrel roll. Oh, with this... I'm concerned that Max would just get ejected. I'm not doing the best with all the driving these days. Okay. Well, I guess we'll go up around this way then. The GPS is adamant that I'm making the wrong choice. Okay, but seriously. Oh, also, I feel like I saw this and then skipped past it. Sam Linder said that he's very, very likely to play some more as Project Zomboid near the end of next month, which is, as of the time of this sentence, October. So yeah, come around Halloween. I would like to see it. I mean, Sam Linder's certainly done a good job of making it sound appealing. Okay. This thing, it's a little bit... It feels like it's a little bit high. Like, I mean, you can see on the suspension that it's actually high, but it doesn't grip the road as smoothly as my regular car.
Comes back.
Okay, it's not clear if the Demented Chariot will come in handy, but it does have power and speed. Let's hope that Ghost of the Past won't haunt my dreams. Okay, let's get the Scrap Crew project, which I think is right here. Hello to Mio! Automatically collected all of the time when the game is turned off. Alright, well that's why I have tens of thousands of scrap. I feel like, unlike some other games that have passive income, I feel like this game sort of made scrap an incidental concern at exactly the right time. Like, I had fun saving up for things, and then we hit a point where I just had enough scrap to afford whatever I wanted, right around the time that it was like, okay, let's move past that point of our relationship with scrap in the game. So I thought that was actually very well done. I'm going to fast travel. Wait, where do we want to go for the meeting? The Underdune is over here. So, well, probably Deep Friars. Guess I'll go here. Yeah, Mio, I hope that you've had a great week. I hope that you're heading into a great weekend. As always, I am very much looking forward to this weekend. Also, I am... Just trying to get through this, and... Yeah, the mud pits, or whatever you want to call them, the slag pits, are... They slow you down so much that it actually probably is worth better just going on the roadways. Yeah, Mio, gosh, we've actually crossed into autumn, so I hope that in general you and all your loved ones had a great summertime. It was... you know, kind of rough in different parts of the country with the temperatures up to where they got. And I know that Tashir had struggled with some power outages as the summer unrolled. Hopefully those are behind him and he's doing better, and I hope that you're doing well too.
I'm going. Wait here.
Let me just have a chat with her.
Don't slay me, I know ya. You got the fool's errand. The outcry sent you to the Underdune, huh? You better bring a tough-skin car to make it through.
There is actually a different car that I would have brought to be more tough-skinned, but... oh boy. Oops.
Now's your chance.
Oh, I really thought his buddy was gonna hit him. Oh. I underestimated the number of snipers that there were. Oops. Okay. Hey, Chum Bucket, can I borrow your sniper rifle real quick? That's... whoops, that's not the right thing. Ugh. Sniper rifle. Different button.
Look how it hit home.
Doing okay. Had to COVID quarantine, but get to finally end it this weekend. Mio, I hope that, I mean, that sounds like everything is okay. I'm very, very relieved that the quarantine went okay and that you'll be out this weekend. And I'm pending more information. Thank you for quarantining if there was a concern. I suspect that that was probably best for you and everyone. It's always kind of distressing to me if somebody has a close contact and doesn't think anything of going out. So from another human being to you, I'm really glad that you made that decision, and happier still that it's worked out okay. Do I want to stop here for this? Can I stop here for this? Maybe. I'll tell you what, I'm driving by, I might be able to use the water. And if I can find the history relic, that's what I would actually want. Yeah, the closest thing that I've had to a close brush with... I'm actually full on water. Not full on health, so I might still make use of it. The closest thing that I've had to a close brush with COVID was picking up somebody in my car. Gosh, this was like January or February, who was in a really bad way. And it did not occur to me until I had been in a closed car cabin with this total stranger, neither of us wearing any masks, that this might not have been a very smart idea. He wasn't sick. There was no symptoms in any kind, but still, I don't know this person. I don't know where he's been or what protections that he's considered to be important. I didn't regret giving a ride to somebody in need, except that I realized after the fact that it might have been a very... it might have other consequences. It ultimately all worked out, at least as far as we could tell. But I was very, very careful, even more so about being around anybody else until there had been some time. Mio said, well, from having both a dad and a father-in-law that almost died because of COVID, I'm not going to come close to spreading it to anyone. Yes, oh boy. Oh boy. The jumping in this game is not super precise, so maybe this will go okay. Okay. That was a very generously spaced jump, because again, easy to flub. Sully, remember that crazy Outback adventure we did when we drank muddy water and ate snakes? Can you believe we actually paid money for what was now an everyday survival routine? Things change fast. Signed, Marcus.
We all thought survival was a game. Very few crossed the finish line.
Mio had tested positive, but it had been very mild since he was already vaccinated. And so, again, with more details, thank you so much for making the decision to quarantine, because although you're vaccinated, and so am I, and hopefully your family is as well, Mia's vaccinated, Chivalry's vaccinated, like, hold on, I need to make this jump again, and believe it or not, I'm concerned about... Okay. Again, it almost seemed like he fell there. There do exist people in the world that actually can't get vaccinated, not because they don't care or they want to prove some point, but actual real medical issues. I can even understand actual medical exemptions. I get it for the people that believe very strongly in a faith that precludes blood transfusions or other vaccines. Like I do understand that these foundations of conscience can exist. So when someone who is positive, potentially positive, or in Mio's case, tested positive, makes the responsible choice, you're keeping other people safe that may not have any other choice or may not feel like they have any other choice. That's the thing about COVID. It's not...
That must be it. Up ahead.
The tower! A black beacon for those tunnels of doom!
Like any disease, it's not something that only impacts the people who court the disease. It can, and usually does, visit itself on people that will do everything they can to be safe, and still, just by dint of the work that they do, the kindness that they show, or simple bad luck, can still get infected. So, taking responsible action to keep other people safe, it's not a small thing right now. There's a lot of people that don't make those choices. And that's it. I'm not going to belabor it beyond that. I just wanted to let Mio know that his decision is
Harpoon's ready,
a good one. Okay.
That mystical sphere! What manner of pagan temple once stood here?
Focus. We're here for the bulbs.
Oh, right. We want to outfit his Alan Wake armor protection suit. Christmas lights. But also, was I supposed to recognize that bulb up there?
Horrors await us in that gloom.
Keep your eyes open. And your voice down.
Yeah, Chumbucket, keep your voice down over this roaring engine.
Opposites of this wicked hole. This will surely be our grave. Blood-hungry buzzards and their grim traps. Be wary.
Yeah, those are explosive. So those hook-like looking things with the fire. Yeah, I'm gonna stay away from those. The face says it's a virus. It has no concerns about your ethics, morals, or politics. If more people understood this, we probably could already have gotten rid of it. Oh, there's a lot of times, especially in those first few months, where if people had simply locked down, stayed away from one another for even just a few weeks, it would have made all of the difference. And it's a topic that people who were paying any sort of attention in 2020 understand. And all I can say is that we here, and by we I mean like us in this house, but also Mia, Chivalry, other people that we've, HW, my friend, everybody that I know has practiced what they preach, gotten vaccinated, worn masks, been very sorry, I'm not meaning to turn, been very, very careful not to collect around other people, go to large gatherings, stuff like that. It's not just saying, tut-tut, everyone should do this. It's, well, we're trying to do it because it's important. And that's all.
They're here, watching us, hiding. If we cannot lower that bridge, we will go no further.
I'll do it. Stay here.
Oh, I gotta go through the door. I see it.
I feel their red eyes upon us, upon her.
Why don't they attack?
Max, I suspect they're not attacking because your word of your previous exploits has preceded you. Mio says, biggest thing we need now is societal immunity. I say get the vaccine so that you can have the antibodies. We're going to eventually catch it, but if we build up immunity by having the antibodies, it goes from being a, hey, you got COVID, there's a good chance you could die, to COVID is as common as the flu or a common cold.
Study.
I would... Oh, that's a... Is this a bug or is it supposed to look like this? Yuck. Hold on, let me get out of here. It may be correct that there is nothing that we can do at this point to stop each of us from eventually in our lives contracting COVID. The more time they have to work on treatments, vaccines, potential cures, I want to give them all the time that we possibly can do. All right, just over there then.
So vast, the cavernous belly of the Underdune.
So now we're underneath, you know, the whatever, and yeah. The trouble is, I'm not sure that I want to spend a lot of time down here looking up these scrap things. You know what? Since we have to go right past this one, let's see if we can get this one. This one also has some water. It's got a lot of scrap for us to pick up. The problem is right now, not enough people are wanting to get vaccinated, so it drives up the mortality rate, and then says, I totally agree. Yeah, like, by comparison, earlier today, I do not know when or where this was filmed, but...
They were once filled with older worldly goods and treasure, now empty.
We go deeper until we find what we came for.
It was one of those videos, and what was interesting to me is that it was filmed by the antagonists themselves. A couple. There might have been 3 people, but I think it was just 2 based on the conversation. The person behind the camera and then his compatriot went into some sort of a... Yeah, see, here, this again is not something that I can get to from here, so screw it. Just try to get over there. Wanted to go into some sort of like a Waffle House and chicken establishment. I forget what the name of it was. And the person on camera, like not the person in front of the camera, or sorry, not the person behind the camera, the person in front of the camera just started like shouting about how she has PSTD and therefore she shouldn't be made to wear a mask, and you're discriminating against me and all this other stuff. And it's like, remember, this was an eating establishment. They would have been perfectly free to take off their masks after they were seated, maybe after they were served their food. All they were being asked to do was basically wear their masks as they walked through the restaurant for the safety of other people that were already in there eating. And that's what they were screaming about and saying that no, and of course, lest anyone mistake this for a possible, like, actual exemption of some kind.
Oh, joy! Oh, the ladies! We get him, Saint, and we bring him back to the outcrying big bag in Gastown.
Hold on.
We will.
We might have accidentally driven by this.
Not by car, anyway.
The conversation rapidly and predictably escalated to the masks are what's actually killing people. You know, it's all the rhetoric that you've heard before. So what was interesting to me was watching this video that had been, you know, again, recorded by the antagonist, and apparently they were under the impression that it made them appear to be bold or heroic by barging into an eating establishment. Yeah, I got my flashlight on. Barging in, getting into a shouting match with the greeter, not concierge, I'm thinking of the wrong word, but whoever, the hostess, getting to a shouting match with them, having security have to come over to escort them out. Like, yeah, great work. Such bold visionaries, real civil rights fighters these are. Okay, and that's it. Like, we don't want to have the whole... But believe me, if we filled every stream with complaining about the state of our world, there would be no space for anything else. Okay, health bar is full. Let's remember that there's some dog food there if I choose to partake. Oh, here's something else to grumble about. I don't think that I brought this up the other day on stream. So it's been about a week now since I saw what I believe to be the first ever episode of Ghost Adventures that either of us have ever seen. I will just cut straight to it. Look at the inside of this plane, by the way. I wonder if there's any Easter eggs here. Like any, like, if you look in the right air compartment, there's like a Dharma Initiative logo or something. So, in this episode of Ghost Adventures, they were investigating a potential haunting inside of a double-wide trailer at a trailer park. And this is the setting in which, like, they started filming here, like, they brought the cameras inside, and if it hadn't been advertised as Ghost Adventures, I might have said that we were watching an episode of Hoarders, because the conditions inside were very poor. And that is not synonymous with they were living in a trailer park. I mean, like, it was... You can have a really nice trailer. You can have a nice trailer where, you know, things are well kept and so forth. It's a small, comfortable living accommodation that's affordable. This was squalor. It was filthy. There was trash piled everywhere. And the people living there had an intense feeling of unease because of the ghost. Now, that's not what made me mad or anything like that. They contacted the Ghost Adventures crew. They went in to have a ghost adventure. So here's what we're going to do. We are now going to... Yep, yeah. Mio says I'm also no more sick talk. And again, we'll just close on... The big takeaway is I'm very glad that you're doing better and that quarantine is ending. What made me mad is that as this ghost adventure...
Just a bunch of mannequins. The store. Gotta be this way.
Unfolded, it became abundantly clear that there was nothing happening that resembled a haunting. There was a running toilet. There was generalized, non-specific feelings of unease in one bedroom. And, this is the big one, there were scratches appearing on the back of the woman, the mother of the family. There were scratches appearing on her back shortly after she was caught on camera putting her own hand up behind her back, up underneath her shirt behind her back. It's like, weird. What an odd coincidence that she had scratches right after putting her fingernails up against the back of her skin. So then you have just like, oh, okay, woman is interested in attention. Maybe she needs attention. I'm not here to judge. Contacts the ghost show, and she's getting scratches on her because that helps to have a ghost adventure. Understood. Okay, so we got some Christmas lights. I feel like we're all on board here. Hello. The part that made me mad... Uh-oh, I'm locked in here. I mean, after a fashion. I'm locked in here. They're locked out there. Let's see who gets the best of this experience. At one point, this woman said, oh, and scratches also appear on my 3-year-old daughter. So the Zach Baggins and crew said, oh, can we see that? And she says, oh yeah, just give me a minute. I gotta go get her. So she walks a few steps over to where the little girl was right there, like literally right there. And then she leans way over her own daughter in a way that precluded the camera from seeing what was happening. And there was a sort of an odd amount of activity, followed by some sounds of distress from the little girl, who was suddenly not really crying, not sobbing, but suddenly very, very uncomfortable. And then the mother lifted up the back of the little girl's shirt, and wouldn't you know it, there was a bright red scratch running directly down the back of the 3-year-old's spine. Isn't that odd that immediately after that mother got together with her daughter, and the camera, for some reason, just couldn't quite move around to see what was happening, suddenly the little girl had a scratch. She'd been sitting perfectly comfortable there moments ago, but now the ghost has scratched her. So weird. Now, woman scratches self to get on Ghost Show. I don't care about that at all. Go ahead. That's fine. Woman scratches 3-year-old daughter to get onto Ghost Show. This seems like something that might alarm you, something that might strike your conscience and implore you to do something about this situation. Not in this case, not to Zach Baggins. Zach Baggins can't think of any reason to intervene here, and for the whole rest of the episode, he took steps to clearly demonstrate that there was no demonic entity, no haunting, no possession, nothing that they could detect with any of their insipid ghost tools, and then they just left. They just walked away. And you might think, well, wait a second, but what if at the end of this they did maybe say something to DCF or make some sort of a report? Maybe the priest? No, sorry, the bishop. Maybe the bishop that they brought with them would have said, well, as a mandated reporter and member of the clergy, I just can't allow this to stand. I don't know. If they did, it was not brought up. They did not feel it necessary to say at the end of the episode, even after saying, like, Zach Baggins' summary of this was, well, we can't prove that there's a ghost here, but I can't get over the feeling that something is still bothering this family, that there's still a malicious force here. Yeah, Zach Baggins, I think there might be. What are you going to do about it? Oh, nothing. That's right. He's not going to do anything about it. Now, if anybody knows the episode that I'm talking about... I'm sorry, am I supposed to do something about this guy? Because I don't want to keep driving this way. Hold on. Oh, he's going to blow up on his own mines. That's cool. All right. If there is some sort of, like, Wikipedia article about this episode that clarifies that they did contact some authorities about watching this woman abuse her daughter, I would love to know about it. I really would. That would set my mind at ease. This episode is from 2019. Ricardo, thank you very, very much for the host. But it sort of feels like if you were going to make a stand on your stupid ghost hunting show, that, hey, we're looking for ghosts that we definitely believe are real, and we're not falsifying any evidence about it. However, please do not care enough about our stupid fucking ghost hunting show to abuse your children. It feels like that would have been a very easy stand to take, and Zach Baggins failed that basic humanity. Because you would have thought that that's a case you'd want to make on the show, not secretly after the fact in a way that could only be discerned on Wikipedia. And that's it. I'm also going to stop talking about Ghost Adventures. I don't intend to watch anymore. I like horror movies. I don't like charlatans. I don't like liars. And I certainly don't like... Okay, let me not set off this bomb directly in my own face. I still have 11 of these. I was about to say, how many of these boomsticks do I have? But no, I'm good.
We're close! We're making it! We'll fly out with our lives!
Oh boy! I knew I wasn't going to thread that needle. All right, Mia has enjoyed the story.
We made it! We got the lighties for the loudmouth and we still draw breath! Let's hurry back to Gastown and deliver!
He better be ready.
Okay, yeah, are we going back to deliver? Because I'm good with it. Yep, okay. It actually already set the waypoint for me, which was nice. Carolyn is saying things like that I would never have noticed. Yeah, if you're doing a ghost hunting show and everybody's just having a good time with it, sure. Like I don't object to that. It's the difference between a psychic who consults with somebody on the new job that they're applying for and says, you know, you have a strong internal instinct, you know what's best, and like they sort of like actually talk and engage with the person, and then through the power of psychic deduction are able to give some actual good human advice, not dissimilar to what a therapist or a life coach might be. All right, I'm on board with that. I can support that particular brand of psychicry. Do I need? No, I don't need any water. When a psychic goes onto Dr. Phil, I don't remember the name of the person that did this. When a psychic goes onto Dr. Phil and tells a family that has lost their daughter due to a kidnapping that their daughter is dead, and then it turns out later on that no, the daughter was alive and they do recover her. Like I never once for a moment would have thought that this person actually has the ability to see the future or has clairvoyance. But why would you strip someone of their hope like that? What would possess you to have that be your instinct in that moment? What's wrong with you? That's where I get really mad at psychics. It's the psychics that, you know, want you to pony up for more money every time so that they can basically line their pockets as they pretend that they can guide you through the harrowing moments of your life, and always in a way that is personally profitable to them. Or, for example, a psychic who might have someone come in who, with just basic conversational skills, might deduce that this person is in an abusive or dangerous relationship, but feels like, you know what, it's not really my problem, there's no profit to be made from that, and just allows it to continue. And the person who's in the dangerous situation goes ahead because, after all, it's a psychic. The psychic knows what's best. The psychic wouldn't mislead me. I'm paying them to help me. Okay, so now it's time to move off the topic of psychics because it's just... watch An Honest Liar. It's a really good movie. And by the way, does not degenerate into these types of screens. Okay, let's go turn in the lights. Return to Outcrier. I should notice we go in here. I have no interest in doing this race.
My ladies! I'll sparkle for miles! But you're still alive.
And now I'm joining the races.
Looks like you earned it. Let's see. Well, That could work. Well, you'll just have a little accident. And presto! A new contestant! What's your handle, lady boy? Yeah. One more thing. You need a partner. Someone cleared for fighting at the Gastown races. Yeah. Well, not too many left to choose from. I'd hurry.
All right, I take it back. We are going to do at least one of those because I want to see his light up suit. The face says, well, but if you're naive and frankly stupid like that, I have a hard time not thinking these people deserve to be scammed. There's a... Again, if somebody's willingly going to play along, like if somebody walks up to a game of 3-card Monte, they know it's a scam. And if they're going to put down money that they can afford to lose because they want to see if they can figure out the trick, sure, I don't feel bad for that person. They know what they're going into. If somebody walks up because they're just so fundamentally overconfident, they're like, even if it's a trick, I can still win. Okay, hopefully they're not going to gamble away their life savings. But if somebody goes to seek the consultancy of a psychic or the Ghost Adventures crew, because, like, if somebody goes to a psychic because they're in an abusive relationship and they are looking for the strength to get out, that's not... There's a difference between that and stupidity. This is a therapist I can afford for, like, $25 as opposed to whatever an actual therapist would be. And also it doesn't, for some reason, carry the stigma that some people feel around therapy. You have a moral duty as a human being to help that person out. It shouldn't, at that point, be a scam because this person is suffering. So that's sort of like where I come to it. If somebody is just looking for a fun, spooky time at a carnival and they go into the psychic tent of the wizened old crone who's like passing their hands around it, and that's sort of the whole vibe, go ahead, tell them that their lifeline is very short and a dark, ominous presence is haunting them tonight. Have at it. It sets the tone. It's all in fun. I don't object to fun. I object to scam artists. And I've seen it posited from some points that, like, well, sure, the person that's the scam artist, the liar, the cheat, the con is to blame, but so is the person who gets conned. And I feel like there's easy to recognize situations where that isn't or shouldn't be the case. It doesn't take two to get conned. It just takes a victim to be conned. And that's not somebody that I feel is inherently worthy of, like, well, you deserved it. Did some deserve it? Sure. Not all. And it's the not alls that I object to psychics. I've given the Outcrier what he wanted, and he's registered me for the Gastown races. However, I still need to find a fighter. This is main plot, by the way? Because I don't care at all about this race. I'm not going to refuse to do it. I'm just like, I didn't realize that we were so into it. So let me pull down a couple of these on our way out. I can't fast travel from here. All right, the O-ring, which is... Oh, Wasteland has a Wasteland mission. Pink Eye. Yeah, and I feel like there's general consensus in chat about this. All right, yeah, let's bounce down here. It's one of those things where I gotta wrap up because I'm gonna have to turn in early. So let's talk a little bit about the days to... No, I can't do that. Tomorrow's Friday. It is unlikely that we'll be able to do a stream tomorrow because hopefully, fingers crossed, Mia will be feeling better. As people in chat may already know, twitch.tv/morethanamia was laid down with a really severe migraine for the last couple days. We were not able to stream on Tuesday, and she was not able to stream on Wednesday because of it. So hopefully that will be fully resolved by tomorrow, where she will be continuing her playthrough of... Actually, she'll be starting her playthrough of the first Amnesia game. That is completely the wrong set of words. She will be starting her playthrough of the third Amnesia game. She's already played 2 of them. All right, so we got that down. Let's head down here. So, with all things being equal, that will start tomorrow around 5 p.m. Eastern. That is 2 p.m. Pacific. So, I hope that you guys will... Yeah, 2 p.m. Pacific. I don't know why I suddenly, like, had a panic about that. So, hopefully you guys will be able to join us for that. Then on Saturday... my hope is that we will certainly be able to stream, and that will be more 13 Sentinels, I expect, with the one note that we're getting near the end. I don't believe that we are at the end. I don't think that is going to be the big finale. Oh, balls. Nope. Okay, well, kind of committed to this right now. Okay, get out. Okay. As soon as it started glowing red, I was like, well, this doesn't look like it's going to go my way. Yeah, I got crushed there. Yeah, Amnesia Rebirth is the name of it. Now, there is one major exception to that. Our hope is still very, very high that twitch.tv/Tashir Games will be returning to the wonderful world of streaming in sometime soon. And if this Saturday happened to be Saturday or Sunday happened to be the day that he returned, I would want to join with all of you guys in... Yeah, how do I get up to this thing? With the car, I mean... Oh, well, not this way. Let me try the boomstick on this, because I'm not sure that I can get close enough to harpoon it. Oh boy! Get out! No! Okay, dodge! So I'm basically animation locked here. Cool, let's go. I am Ying, I am doing the Y. Guys, I am leaving this place. This is not our first death. It is our second death. Like, doing the same thing a second time? Wow. Nope. Yeah, no, we're going anywhere else from here. They say insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, and that's the specific thing right there. That's the definition of insanity. All right, and yeah, let's go grab this as well. And then at the very least, if we've done nothing else there, we've at least marked that gas canister place as someplace that we'll go back to. So, I don't remember the name of the actor that played... Was it Voss? Was that his name in Far Cry 3? The guy that gave the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, and, like, he's the one who, like, does that speech in Far Cry 3, right? The actor who plays him, if you don't already know, is one of those people that if you saw him, you'd be like, oh, right, that guy! And, like... I keep trying to, like, make a point of remembering his name because, like, he's super good. Like, he's such a good actor. And, like, if you haven't seen it, he's in, if you ever watched Better Call Saul. If you haven't watched Better Call Saul, I definitely recommend it. He plays a character in Better Call Saul. He is, like, he's one of those actors where I can't claim that he's got a lot of range. Right, I can't say that he's like Daniel Day-Lewis, where he just sort of like completely disappears into whatever character, but he has this incredible screen presence and magnetism. And why am I suddenly going on about this actor whose name I feel very bad about not being able to remember right now? It's because there's been rumors that Far Cry 6 will include like some characters or cameos from Far Cry 3, and I really hope that he gets to like make a return as that character, because he is He deserves it. Like, quick, think of Far Cry villains. Who are you gonna think about? That guy from Far Cry 4 that wore all the purple? Like, I don't know, he was okay, I guess. Far Cry 5, the brotherhood of like religious folks. I don't remember what their names were. The family there. Can you name any of them? I can't. Maybe you can. But like Voss, which I'm relatively sure is his name, and I'm gonna feel super stupid if it's not. I remember him. Everybody remembers him. He is the Far Cry villain. Now, maybe that's going to turn around with this new game featuring Giancarlo Esposito, because, I mean,
Keep an eye on the car.
he's Giancarlo Esposito. He's going to be a tough act to top, but it's not to say that this other actor, whose name, again, can't quite remember, can't at least match it. He's very, very good, and that's all. I just wanted to share that random thought as we get saved here. And hello to Centrifugal Force, who says, okay, I was convinced that you could not still be alive. Well, if you've been watching, I think that was in direct relation to when I was getting murdered a bunch of times. So yeah, no, I actually cannot still be alive. All right, let's save it up, and let's briefly consider, what do we think is left in this game? This is episode 19. I don't think we're going to finish the game in episode 20, but we've got a mission for Pink Eye, and at least something that hasn't been done here. Oh, actually multiple things that haven't been done, some of which are probably up here. We basically did everything that I could possibly imagine or think of down here in the south. So we're down to like the last half of the map, unless there's like a secret area up here that we don't know about. I'm not going to get every single one of these. If it's not episode 20, guys, it might be episode 21. We might. Michael Mando. Thank you, Mia. Yeah, Michael Mando. I'm never, ever going to remember it because I'm always going to think in my head that I'm making up the name and confusing it with like some bit of Mandalorian lore. Michael Mando is the guy that I'm thinking of. He plays in Better Call Saul. He played Voss in the Far Cry 3. I've seen him on Law and Order. I've seen him in at least one other thing. And even though he tends to play the like the smart tough guy, he just every single time he does it so well. Anyway, I've gushed enough. Okay, we've saved it. Let's go find somebody fun to raid. Let me get in here, and we're going to open this up. On our way out, a big thanks to Ricardinho to the host for Diesel Jones for the raid. Let me see if that's off the top of my head. Yep. And then, yes, 2 hours ago, Azric resubscribed. There's never enough thanks available in a stream to express how much I appreciate that. I really, really do, you guys. Forrest is saying, no, I'm pretty sure they were canonically called the Cult of Brotherly Folk. Carolina is saying, thanks to the stream. Faye says, it's not about doing the same thing repeatedly. It's about doing that and expecting different results. Doing that, yes, and specifically the, like, charging headlong into the Gatling gun of... son of a bitch. I just closed the thing. I was trying to mute the tab to make sure it wouldn't cause any feedback, and... I'm just pressing all the wrong buttons. Oh, here's a random aside. We got, on our way out here, as I look for somebody to raid. Oh, wait, is this serious? Is Diesel Jones still on? Or is he back on? He is! Oh, that's awesome! We get to do a return raid. We never get to do this. So we're going to raid over to Diesel Jones. Wow, that's fantastic. Now, on our way out, Mothoth, who was here earlier, is playing some Dying Light on stream. Toxic is doing some Sea of Thieves. Farmer C EU is playing Monster Hunter World. And MinMax Show is currently playing Hitman 3. Those are all the people on our follow list, but by no means all the people on Twitch who are very talented and a lot of fun, many of whom have been here in stream, like Ricardo Just Vibing, and another big congratulations to you on hitting affiliate status. Caroluna, More Than a Mia, Patikan, Centrifugal Force. I do hope that you have a chance. You know, it'll be fun when you start streaming again. No pressure. The Faye, I don't know if the Faye streams, but Faye, thank you very much for hanging out. Mio, thank you so much for hanging out today. Isn't it fun that I'm the sort of person who can have... Oh, Samalander was here. Lucha Freddy, who is also, I think, taking a few steps back from streaming, if I remember that correctly. But Lucha Freddy, I hope that you are doing well if you listen to this later on. Jägermeister was here. And then also Catching Pips. We made the acquaintance. And that's not everybody. God, I'm out of time. I don't have time to finish what I was saying. Let's all rejoin Diesel Jones where he is playing Control. And until next time, you guys, thank you so much. And I hope you have a great night.